The Hustle Share podcast is sponsored by One CFO, the Philippines' leading fractional CFO services provider for startups, scale-ups, and SMEs. Experience the power of tech-enabled, efficient, affordable, and expert-led fractional CFO services. Let One CFO handle your finances so you can focus on growing your business. Book your free CFO consultation today.
This episode of Hustle Share is brought to you by PLDT Enterprise, your partner that remains committed to your success. If you're loving stories of growth and grit, don't miss ROI to Success, a series powered by PLDT Enterprise that dives into real digital transformation journeys of Filipino businesses, from MSMEs to industry giants. Listen to the latest episodes and learn how PLDT Enterprise can power your business too. Visit pldtenterprise.com to explore solutions built for your success.
Fail hard, and it's okay that you don't get anything that you always wanted at the time you want it, because you will get it in the right time. Ang hirap. Oh my God. Even just managing your time, but also imagine we're developing a product while operating. So that's like another ball game.
Welcome to Hustle Share, the podcast that features the daily grinds of unique hustlers around the world to show not our differences, but that our hustles are very much alike. Now here's your host, Ronster Baetiong.
Welcome to the latest episode of the Share Podcast. I'm super duper excited today because we're going to be talking about OJTs and people that provide great labor as they progress in their career. Right now in this very room, we have two OJTs.
Oh,
It's you and me. Just kidding. No, right behind that camera and your camera right here. Are OJTs. O, diba? So this resonates well with them. But without further ado, I want to be accurate on the titles so I don't butcher it the wrong way. I want to make sure that we get on the show the co-founder and CTO of OJT Connect, Miss Casey Adviento Lee. Whoop, whoop.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to the show. Diba?
Diba?
Diba? That's typically
Like
I have
swag.
a fake clappers, but today
Now you have clappers.
this
like
never
real.
happens. Ewan ko ba't sila pumalakpak. Okay. So again, thanks so much. Casey, I found out something about you, but I'll ask you about it later. We have
Okay.
something in common.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
we
I
are
wanted to
very
know.
much common in nature. But without further ado, I need to ask you the $1 million question.
Okay.
Casey, what's your hustle?
So I create a platform or a service that connects Filipino talent to global opportunities. So yeah, that's my $1 million hustle.
Mukhang marami kang makikitain dyan.
We'll talk about that if it may kita talaga or
Okay.
not.
Very good. So, OJT Connect, again, helps. Why OJT of all things? Kasi a lot of people, we all know the global job market.
Yes.
Right? There's the Upworks of the world, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. But the one thing about OJT, I have a bias towards it because my co-founder
Okay.
in Podcast Network Asia, and we've already created 4 companies together, started out as an OJT, as an intern. Ngayon, I cannot function. I am powerless without
the
her name. Now is not an OJT. She has a prefix on her name.
Okay.
Her name is Madam Ivy. There you go.
Madam
Okay.
Ivy.
Madam Ivy,
Yeah.
shout out kahit never kang nanood ng podcast ko. Shout out to you. Okay. But we've been working 11 years now.
Oh,
So
that's
wait,
good.
why OJT is an opportunity? Because again, I'm a believer of it, but why that?
It's really like connecting the talents of the Filipinos, wherein it's whatever you studied, like if a bachelor's, master's, you end up like doing something else besides on your bachelor's. It's like a mismatch. So we want to provide something like a position or a something that would fit really to your bachelor's degree para wala
Bangga.
tayong mismatch. Kasi isa sa mga problema din naman in the world is a
Right.
job mismatch. So
Correct.
we want to solve that, even a tiny little part of it, just to make sure that they're aligned with what they want to do in the future in their career. So we want to provide that opportunity for them.
Got it. So
Yeah.
the perfect timing is while you're still literally fresh or while you're still in college. So that, correct ba, that you're able to get the necessary experience.
Yes, because it
Aligned with your course.
Yeah, yun yung nagdidictate on where you want to go. I can give as an example because the people who power OJT Connect are also interns, not exactly interns, but
Okay.
we pay like interns as well. Not in just like Philippines. We have someone from Toronto and we have someone from University of California because they're building their portfolio. So in this kind of world where everyone is like looking for what's my job there? They need the opportunity. They need experience. Without those experience, it's so hard for them to start looking fresh for a job.
It's really hard to start looking fresh if I look at my... Mahirap talaga eh. Okay, I have this dark spot growing. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yun,
You look
mahirap
good,
talaga.
okay?
No. Look at me here. Wala pang dark spot dyan. No? Now I have a dark spot. I don't know what's going on. Just kidding.
But
Mahirap
yes.
mag-look fresh.
Yes.
Anyway, just kidding.
To start fresh, I guess. To
start fresh. Look fresh is a totally different conversation. We need Dr. Vicky Bello for that. Okay. But before we get carried away and this becomes a comedy show, I need you to buckle up real quick. Because we're gonna have to go all the way back to the corners of España, Lacson, Pinoval, and Dapitan. Because we're gonna have to
Okay.
ride the Hustle Share Time Machine. And we're here. Okay, so again, that's the big reveal. I'm a Thomasian.
You are.
Yes. 8 years.
Are we in the same batch?
Mas matanda akong konti. Ba't
Wow.
nagkaabot tayo?
I like
Okay.
that you said it like, okay, mas matanda
Okay,
ka.
bless. Okay. Okay. So what I wanna, okay, I studied high school and college in UST. So I'm stalking your LinkedIn and I know everything about, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
You studied in UST. But before that, I want to understand muna, as an origin story, not every entrepreneur, every founder was never born, it was made. Okay.
Okay.
I want to understand their first exposures muna to hustling.
Okay.
Wow. Okay,
May
wait lang.
tissue.
Nagwawala yung OJT natin sa ano.
May
Galit
tissue.
na siya. Tapusin na daw natin to. Okay.
Oh, may tissue ka ba dyan?
Wait lang. OJTs? Okay.
That's just-
Thank tissue. Okay, so what was that like? Exposure to hustling, and I want to understand how that inspired you as you went along in your journey.
I guess it didn't really start in Manila. I
Yeah.
think it always
Where are you from?
Cubao.
Ganon?
I'm born here in the Philippines.
Okay.
And masyado tayong patriotic sa country.
Of
That's
course.
why I parang tied pa rin ako sa country.
Yes.
Whenever I go abroad and then I always come back.
Okay.
I think the hustling just opened up in Toronto, not in Manila, because I left very early.
How early? Kasi you studied college.
I studied college, right? So
Okay.
probably mga 2011, I have to go back to Toronto. My mom is telling me, bumalik ka na sa Toronto kasi kinukuha niya na ako as a family. We have to be there. That's
So
why
wait,
it's like,
growing up, you're born here. You grew up in Toronto?
no, it's like wherever my mom is, I go with her.
Me too. Wherever my mom is good. But as a grown-ass
Diba?
man, masagwa na tingnan. Okay, so you gotta pave your own way. right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so college. I want to talk about college real quick before we,
Okay,
because eventually
sige.
that's what we're gonna allude to. We're gonna go to Toronto in the 6 in the north.
In the
Okay.
Drake City, yeah.
Okay. And where OVO was born. Okay, but wait. College of Commerce, UST.
Faculty
You
of
took up
Engineering.
IT.
Uh-huh.
Eng.
Yeah.
Ayan, wala pang quadripab nun. Okay.
Meron na ngayon.
Oo
Oh my God, I
nga.
cannot.
I was there last weekend. Okay,
Oh my
I
God.
still feel old whenever I
Okay.
see it because I call that Eng Complex. Tama?
Yes, yung mga
Correct.
stones.
Okay. Yes, yan.
Yeah.
Yan. Yung maraming palaka minsan. Okay, there you go. So, I want to understand what was it like because again, UST is probably one of the better schools, not the best. I'm just going to call it what it is
Okay.
in terms of IT. But how did that open up? Because obviously right now, when you're helping kids
Yeah.
align with what they took up
Yeah.
in college, it has to be personal to you.
It is.
Right?
yeah.
Because obviously, hindsight being 2020, you became a CTO. So, whatever you studied in school, yung inaral mo, yun din yung naging end game, right?
Yes.
But I want to understand, how did the foundational pieces in UST help you out?
Okay, so it's probably sobrang active ko din sa school. But everywhere, like for example, coming from, I went from high school, an all-girls school, and then suddenly biglang, whoa, daming lalaki. Engineering. It's
Pasensya
like,
na, okay?
crazy,
Go-ed
medyo
po ang
lang.
UST. Okay.
Yes, it was like, oh, like, I was shocked. And then, I didn't see like a women leader. It's like a little bit, kasi syempre naman,
In
engineering.
engineering too, it's a freaking sausage fest.
Yes, it is. And
Yep.
and for those people who doesn't know about it, during the time, ISCS, like information science or information systems, computer science, and then IT, it's all in engineering. Hindi siya yung separate computing studies.
Tita Casey, nag-abot tayo. Okay, so gets ko yan. Now it's
The audience might
mga
not
ihaw
know.
at iha before. Yung panahon ni Rizal, iisang calculus.
Yes, so
Yes.
at the time, nahuhon na siguro yung ability ko even from high school that I went to. But mas nahon lang siya talaga in UST because I have the voice or the platform that people could like, oh, bagong fresh start, like, you know, freshman. And I can really start on what I want, which is leadership positions. Like, dun siya nag-start.
What org did you join in and how did that help you? Kasi same with me, I was a student leader. I graduated 2010. O yan, 2 years lang
years
abang ko sa'yo. Okay. Iha.
Nag-
Just kidding. Nagpang-abot tayo
Nag-abot
for sure.
tayo, yeah.
Naundoy tayong sa band. Okay?
True, oo.
Yes. Pero nasa bahay na ako nun whenever that happened. So yeah, I became a student leader, class president, and vice president of my org. But what did that help you with? Because again, when it comes to being a student, it's never just whatever they teach you in school.
Yeah.
It's all these other opportunities that you can take advantage of,
Yeah.
but it's for you to take advantage of on your own merit. What was that like?
So, it was like really extracurricular activities that we have na parang during my university years, I knew I went to like student council of engineering right away just to help, like see where I will be needed. Because I think the loads for me were so, ito na yun. At the time, it's like we were very used to having 7 to 7 or 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. full load of
Mga
stuff.
immortal.
Oo, yung parang, bakit parang parusa na yung ginagawa dito. But
Suki ng car park.
Yeah,
Ayan.
ganon. So I wanted to really do the more things.
Yeah.
So ang dami kong sinalihan and I went for engineering football as well. So yeah, and then I tried out for Salingawi and then nabalian ako ng buto and whatever. So
Grabe talaga yung mga gawin.
I just
Nang babali ng buto.
and then I just went to engineering pep squad at the last time. So parang hanggang doon na lang muna tayo. And on
you
that.
don't have enough bones to break anymore.
So
Okay.
those are the things that present ako, but the center of it is community. Because I want to be where people are and connect them.
Got it.
So yun yung parang naging sense on where everything starts. Because if you see it right now, OJT Connect is still community. And every single thing that I started, that ako yung gumawa, centered around people.
Love
Yung
it. Ayan,
community.
it all started
Galing,
in the Royal Pontifical University of Santo Tomas.
Yes.
Ayan, wala na. Gusto ko lang, I just
Go
wanted
Tigers.
to connect it. Yes, I was just there.
Roar.
Over the weekend, I studied UST High School and college. So, obviously, I'm always heavily biased towards Tomasian. Kaya pag may applicant and I saw Tomasian,
Okay, go.
feel good about you. Galingan mo kung hindi, sayang. Okay, may bias ka na nga eh. But here's what I want to know. So again, you already took that up. You took up the hard skills and the soft skills because you were able to really put yourself in a position to really learn.
Yeah.
But you were plucked out. You said you had to go with mom in the 6, cold as Toronto
Yeah, Drake City.
in Canada. Okay, so what was that like? Because it's very transformational. I can imagine how confusing it might have been. Now, you've technically set your footing here na, got the stripes, and obviously when you graduate after, brand new environment. But what was it like, and how did you say, or how can you say that it helped you take yourself to where it is now?
I think it was so I have a relationship before I left.
Okay.
the Philippines.
Yeah.
So, parang meron pa rin naka-anchor. And then I just realized that if I want this for my life, a goal that I'm setting, I have to cut some things off in my life. So it was hard. It was a hard decision, but I think it was really worth it. When I moved to Canada, since I'm always moving where my mom is, like visiting her where she is, because she works kind of like everywhere. So she works at corporate and then she gets assigned to different countries in different times. So I'm exposed globally. So I know where to go. And I travel like at 11 years old alone with the DSWD. Yeah, clearance saying, hey, I need to travel. I need to meet my mom. And they issue clearance if you're minor. And you have to go through like the NBI and stuff like that. So I had to do that. And then it expires. So every year you have to like renew and whatever. So I'm very used to lining up systems that are not working properly. So yan, isa siguro yun sa mga stuff na nakapagpabuo sa akin to where I am today. And yeah, I live in the Philippines because my parents are both like everywhere.
Yeah.
So I have to go wherever they are. So same as my mom. So I saw the world not as how people see it. I see it in a different lens, in an 11-year-old, 12-year-old lens. Growing up, I see opportunities that's not present in the environment I'm living.
Yeah.
So that's already like, during the time that I graduated in university, kasi may boyfriend pa ako noon or relationship. Okay, but okay na yun.
Okay.
So, I think, mas nagwagi yung calling ng buhay na parang gusto kong may magbago sa buhay ko. And I need to start it on my own.
Correct.
And I started like, syempre medyo sad ka at the time that you're like,
Kinig ka up, dharma down.
it's like, it's a hard decision or what am I gonna do? And then I started opening up myself to the possibilities sa community sa Toronto. So, since I'm very much community
There's a lot of
focused.
Filipinos too in Toronto.
Exactly. And meron akong coworker.
Balot na balot lang sila lahat. Okay.
Ako yung hindi balat.
Ayan.
Ako yung gustong-gusto ko yung lamig. So, ganun akong tao.
Kaya sa ka pala. Okay. Okay.
Ganun nga. So, at the time, dun ako sa coworker ko na Filipino, and there are like 2 or 3 people in the company that I'm working for. It's a small market research firm.
Pero tatlo kayong Pinoy.
Tatlo kaming Pinoy and then
Chismosa
growing.
yan sila doon.
Very true.
Boom! Okay.
So,
Chismis. When there's 3 Filipinos,
Yeah.
it's enough to create a group chat.
And
Okay.
yeah, that's lethal. And then we formed a group, but then yung naging close ko talaga is yung ka-age ko na halos, but she's born and raised in Toronto. So medyo na-shock siya sa akin because culturally medyo OA ako.
Okay.
I mean, like, I'm very vocal.
Of course.
Ikaw ba naman? Like, you're
Balian ba
raising.
naman na cheerleader?
Diba?
Okay yan.
Diba?
Okay.
So medyo okay siya kasi, like, you know how Torontonians are, or Canadians, like very reserved about schedule. All those
It's funny
things.
because the last person I had prior to you earlier, I just had a recording earlier today, was a purebred Canadian.
Oh, there you go.
White guy Canadian.
Oh,
Yun. So medyo I have a Canadian Canuck in me right now.
Kada Vancouver yun. Dito ko sa Maple Leafs.
Dito lang tayo, sa Maple Leaf. Mga Blue Jays.
Yeah. Blue Jays. So yun, the girl that I really connected with and started like becoming my friend is someone who's also rooted to Filipinos who wants to know their motherland because they're born and raised in Toronto or in Canada. So dun ko nakita yung perspective in other people's position na hindi sila Filipino born. And when I saw it, it's like, gosh, grabe yung patriotism nila or and I think I adapted that through the years. That I, like everyone else, and if you ask any Filipino, anyone in North America, their patriotism is really top-notch.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense. I have a lot of Filipino founder friends.
Yeah.
Na pure Pinoy, lumaki sa States or lumaki. Dude, their love for the Philippines.
It's so wild.
It doesn't make sense. I even asked like, where is this coming from? Because as a Filipino here, locally born and raised, and still lives here, it's so easy to get jaded.
Yes.
Na may mga senator nga na tumatakbo sa NBI na bigla na lang naglalaho. And then nothing happens, wala pa rin nakukulong, right? So
Yeah.
it's so easy to get jaded. But when you talk to Filipinos who are born and raised
It's a
overseas,
different lens.
and I ask why.
Yeah.
It stems down from the longing of heritage. They don't know where they came from.
Yeah.
They even celebrate this
Yeah.
thing, especially the US born
Filipino Heritage Month.
Filipino Americans. They celebrate yung first galleon
Yeah.
thingamajig that got to the US. Apparently, the first immigrants were the Filipinos na siguro nahatak lang yun.
1600 or something, yeah.
Mga koya na nasama doon.
Yeah.
But they're part of the first batch
Yeah.
and they were documented as Filipinos. As
Yeah,
the first
on
ones
the
to migrate
Western, yes.
in the West Coast. So that's the heritage.
Yeah.
And it's so distinct because I even went to a certain event. And sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
Yeah.
And Philam lang gumagawa nito.
It is.
Sa tatali
It
tayo,
is.
di ba? Sa UST, cheers, kampay, ganyan, pak. Yung mga Philam doon, ganyan, mabuhay!
Yeah.
Ha? Mabuhay.
Or tagay.
Hindi, mabuhay
Or
talaga.
kampay.
Oh, sa
May
atin,
mga ganun.
we're local guys, we call it kampay. Shot. Cheers.
Yung mabuhay.
Sila mabuhay. What the hell? pero that's there's nothing wrong with that. Pero ito lang,
Nothing.
there's just a massive disconnect
Yeah.
over jaded local Filipinos
Yeah.
and super patriotic foreign-born Filipinos who loves the Philippines. Na pure go Pacquiao. Ayan,
Yeah.
that are whatever. Go Alex Ayala right now.
Yeah. True yan.
That does that. But sorry, I want to just tackle one thing before we take our first break. This is very important. Because you were a straight shooter. You stayed within tech even if you went to Canada. I want to
Yeah.
understand what that was like. Kasi different yan. Whatever is taught here is totally
Yeah.
different beast in the six. What was that like?
I really wanted to pursue masters when I went back to Toronto the second time.
Right.
They didn't want me.
Baka. Okay.
Because I really applied to different universities
Okay.
to just apply for masters, like masters in engineering or something else that's aligned with technology. Because I don't want to go anywhere else other than what I already have. Kasi
Got it.
parang feeling ko that's my not just comfort zone but my strength at that time. So I want to use my strengths. But apparently in Canada at that time, that's like 2011, okay? 2011, 2012. Our bachelor's degree, regardless which university you're coming from, is not in par with the Canadian education.
Holy shit.
It is not. No matter where you go, how much education you
Undergrad ka
have,
pa rin.
you will be undergrad. So they're asking me for University of Toronto. They're asking me, I'm sorry, but your bachelor's degree is only like 3-year bachelor's or 3-year completion in University of Toronto. So they asked me to go for non-degree, similar to another school, which is University of Waterloo, which is like a tech school in the East Coast. It's the same. We said, hey, as an advising, you have to go through bachelor's again because it's not recognized.
The whole 4 years?
Yes, entirely. So at the time, that was 2011, 2012, there's only like bridging courses to get a bachelor's degree again.
What did you take up?
I did non-degree to University of Toronto, and then I went around different universities taking classes here and there. Wow. And I was like, no, I think I don't want to redo my entire bachelor's because I think it's the same concept. For them, bachelor's in a year or two in masters is what you call bachelor's for them. That's a bachelor's quantity.
With masters?
Yeah, with masters in the
What the
Philippines.
fuck?
But that's only during 2011, 2012. I don't know if it changed now.
Yeah.
So what I did is I applied outside Canada. So you see that I have a master's degree in the US. So I applied to different schools in the US to pursue higher learning because I really want to be in university.
That's
I
why you
wanna
have
learn.
this Harvard.
Yeah.
Ang galing.
So
That's
yeah,
amazing.
and they accepted me, and that's a question to Canada. That why university in the U.S. that's part of, I don't know, top 5 universities in the world can accept me and you can't? It's kind of like a question, right? I know it's something in education. That's a question.
Bahala sila.
Oh, bahala sila. Basta ako, nakuha ko na yung gusto ko, bumalik naman ako ng Canada.
Okay, amazing.
And pursue that.
Alright, but last question before we take our first break.
Okay.
Because this is the, makaupo ka naman, grabe ka naman.
Okay.
Okay ba?
Grabe, hindi ka naman.
I got hurt, okay. Wait, so,
Perception, ha?
ano lang, kasi nag-uupo mo. Pag trentahin ka na, you can't opo me, okay?
Yes.
Okay, last one, we take our first break. This is not easy because when in the US, dito, pwede kang, okay, support me muna. I'll start doing my studies. Optional if you have to work.
Yeah.
What are the hustles you have to do to make sure that you are not underwater while you're trying to take up all these education all over the United States of America? Ayan.
So, I actually didn't do side hustles at that time.
Whoa, okay. What did you do?
I negotiated my salary.
How?
I asked them for money so I can fund myself so I can return
Who's
back.
them?
My employer. Because during that time, I'm still employed. O nga naman, sinabi mo, who's them? Wala ka naman sinabi kung sino nagpa-fund sa'yo.
Ano yan?
Ano ka?
Blood
Sino ka?
control? Nepo baby ka ba?
Hindi, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm still employed and I
Okay.
always like, hey, I'm taking up this course. Yeah, is this something that you can cover? And they do. They cover it. And then, yun lang, parang kina-carve out ko siya sa salary ko every single time. So wala akong at the time, wala akong masyadong wild travels. But I negotiated my salary.
And this was while you were in Accenture?
Nope.
Or
In
Advantage
the-
Group?
Yeah, Advantage and
In
Click.
Toronto.
In Toronto.
Okay, last na. Sorry, I said
Sige
last na.
lang.
But how did you make the sacrifices in order? Because again, full-time employment and still studying are two different full-time hustles if you
Yeah.
look at it. But you carved it into one 24 hours by you. So
It's really...
where did the jowa and the lande come in? Paano yun? How did
Lande
you do?
didn't have the time because minadali ko na yung lande.
Yeah.
Okay. So parang, I like this guy. This is
Ikaw
for
na.
forever.
Come
Okay.
on down.
Yeah,
Bigyan
we're
ng
gonna do
jacket.
it. I'm not
Okay.
gonna go for something else. I'm just gonna use that time to do something else, which
Yeah.
is studying and also looking for a job to fund my study.
Okay, very good. So,
Yun na.
focus.
Focus talaga. Kasi wala ka ng oras, parang ako na magtatrabaho ka and then you have to like 4 hours a day mag
Tulog mo na lang.
tulog ko is 4-5 hours a day.
Yeah,
So that's how
that's incredible. All right, now let's take our first break, and when we come back, we will now talk about what Casey did next. So obviously, she took on the studies, and now she's still working at the same time. But did not stop there because again, she will continue to hustle and eventually create her own company to help others follow the path that she has paved. But let's talk about that more after the break. Hey hustlers, are you a busy entrepreneur juggling a ton of tasks while trying to keep your finances in check? Thinking of raising money from investors or lenders but have no idea how to start? Well, you are not alone. Managing business finances is tough. But don't worry, I got something for you. Introducing One CFO, the leading fractional CFO service and technology provider for SMEs, startups, and scale-ups in the Philippines. Whether you need help with financial management, fundraising strategy, or scaling up operations, their team of top-tier CFOs and their game-changing CFO tech platform have got you covered. And they're legit because I've heard about them from a lot of YC startups actually that got founded in the Philippines because they've helped a ton of VC-backed startups, scale-ups, and some of the best SMEs in the country reach new heights. One CFO is your strategic financial partner, providing the insights, guidance, and the tools you need to make smarter decisions and drive growth. Plus, they offer personalized support tailored to what your business needs, no matter the size. And what's the best part? It won't break the bank. One CFO services are affordable and accessible to businesses of all sizes. So if you're ready to level up your business and finances, what are you waiting for? Schedule a free CFO consultation with One CFO. Visit onecfoph.co today. That's onecfoph.co today to get your free CFO consultation. You felt it as a customer. You're ready to buy, the checkout glitches, and you walk away. Now flip it. That's a sale your business just lost. Now, PayMongo is the financial operating system for Filipino businesses, cards, QRPH, and over-the-counter, one platform, every way Filipinos pay. Go live in hours, not weeks, get paid faster, reconcile in one dashboard, and grow on the same rails. Stop losing sales to bad checkout. Start free at paymongo.com. And we're back from the break. We are still with Casey Adviento Dashley. Okay. Casey Adviento Lee, who then told us a origin story that we both share. Oh, diba?
Yeah.
I knew you had a
Connection.
the connection, the Espana connection per se. But again, what I love about what you've done is that eventually, regardless of where this took you, you still are literally here jet lagged with us as we do this. Is you come back, and we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But I want to now talk about the story of how this continues. So obviously, you finished the work. I mean, the studies and the thing. Now, what did that unlock? Because if you were so much more, you have so much conviction to really finish that. Of course, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. What did that unlock, and what opportunities arose na after you ticked that off?
I think it's well, a lot of the universities that I go to, ang dami nilang network. And I was so inspired by how many people I only imagine working with is already in front of me. And the people who's actually teaching me about technology is the one who worked in the early days of the internet, who actually kind of invented the internet.
Galing.
So those exposure inspires you. And through that, first master's, second master's, and then doctorate. So
Nag-PhD ka pa?
right now I'm in doctorate. So
After college of UST Commerce, ayoko na eh.
yeah, but all of those
Hustle University is what I took on. Entrepreneurship right after.
Andun lahat. The network that I gained, and the people that really stuck with me, the learnings, all of the information that I absorbed in these institutions is what drive all of the, I guess, companies.
Okay.
And lagi ako nag-start sa technology because I think it's a real tool for the future that we can use and harness to solve problems.
Okay. What are the most profound gigs that you remember that really left an indelible mark that made you the Casey that you are today? And who probably helped mentor you when you were just really starting out?
It was farm.
Farm.
Yeah, it's farm.
Sa Batangas. The farm. Hindi ba? Iba to? Iba
Iba
bang farm?
farm
What
yan.
is
Ibang
farm?
farm.
Okay.
So farm was a project of me and my high school classmates in Saints Co. So I had different people.
So, nandun na din sila?
No, in different parts of the world. So we connected and we
Okay,
were
got
like,
it.
hey, we want to do something for the community, And then what I wanted is more on tech to make it as a solution to education problems
Got it.
and to other problems. So farm started with a 8-week summer program. So we teach students
Okay.
from, I think it was high school, third year and fourth year, or junior, sorry. Wala na palang ganon. Junior and senior high school.
Yan.
So we attracted them and then kind of asked for a partnership with YWCA because we have some people who kind of want our help as well. So binigyan nila kami ng roster ng kids. And then we did our best to kind of find the people or the kids who needs our help. So this 8-week program, we teach them how to create VR, AR, programming, robotics, cultural, not appropriation, but how would you use your culture in technology, in the arts, or something like that. And then we also teach earth courses, like how do you do vertical farming and stuff like that. So all those things. And my aunt is actually the one who's heading the the earth course that we created in the 8-week program, because she's a scientist in the US for climate change. So all of our mentors, so these are the mentors, all of our mentors are high rollers. Like we have space engineers, we have aerospace people who put
Tama yun
jets
naman ako.
out.
Pag kailangan yung tagakain. Tagatulak ng maleta.
Yeah, so we're
Ayan.
everywhere. So we're everywhere. So the only thing that put us together and our commonality is really helping the motherland.
Yeah.
Yun na yun. Doon na naman
Mabuhay.
lagi. So yun, yung 8-week na yun, it was really for how can we give parang direction or opportunity na hindi pa alam ng mga estudyante at that time. Because, di ba, growing up, parang sinasabi nila, you have to be a doctor, you have to be an engineer, you have to be like that, or doctor or lawyer lang, or something else. And in farm, we showed them that, hey, engineer doesn't mean aakyat ka sa poste ng Meralco, kukumpunihin mo yung ganyan.
Yeah. Or senator doesn't mean you're a great runner.
Yan. Oo, diba? Yung mga,
Yeah.
yung mga ganon. Tapos, ayun, parang, nung ginawa namin yung 8-week program, the students were not sure kung ano yung gagawin nila. They were not sure ano yung technology. Because for them, it was still, medyo advanced. If in other side of the world, advanced na yung tinuturo namin.
Right.
Of course, pag nilagay mo sa Philippines, that's a huge leap.
Correct.
Ititake nila. But we had the faith that kaya nila. And they did. And we had students who wanted to go for doctor or nursing who's now an engineer.
Wow.
So it's like, it's really powerful and that changed me. It's not more on who's my mentor. I do have lots of mentor, but who we change lives together.
No, for sure. I believe this because obviously, laking mahirap ako. I was raised by a single mom, only child. Right? So I had to really deliver and I cannot fail kind of thing. I have the pressure of a panganay and the lambing of a bunso all bunched into one. But here's the thing. I have so many family members or friends of friends or people within my network that I feel like have so much better potential than me when we were at the start.
Yeah.
But wherever their community became the cage that they were stuck on. So what I mean by this is like, there's so many high potential Filipinos.
So many.
But if you do not pluck them out or give them exposure to global excellence, where they will be left with is gonna be it starts with limiting beliefs.
Yes.
Then it becomes limiting reality.
Yeah.
Because now, they will drink the Kool-Aid. Everybody that will tell them na, hey, ganito ka lang dapat, ganyan ka lang.
I know.
This is the path. Wala na. And that's why that talent that should have been used
Somewhere
to change
else,
the world
Yeah.
or lift opportunities or the whole Philippines becomes your great flood control engineer because they're now exposed to the limitations of their organ. Or worse,
wala na.
they give up on the dream. So I have a strong belief in this because I feel like I see this in the startup ecosystem.
Yeah.
And that's why I love it when global Pinoys come back because they start to really pave the way for others. I feel that in order to really solve worthwhile problems of the Philippines, it will never be solved by a foreigner.
It will
Why?
not.
Because wapakils naman sila dun.
Yeah, they
They're
don't
just gonna be
have-
opportunistic and be capitalist.
Yeah.
That the people that will solve the problems of the Philippines are Filipinos themselves that
Yes.
care about it but have the competency
Tumpak.
of a global mamaw.
Ikaw na dito. Interviewin
Hindi,
kita.
hindi, yun na.
Interviewin na kita.
What's my hat? No, but I believe it. I believe it. That's what I want to turn. Siguro in my 40s, that's what I want to do. Because I also want to be able to help. I feel like in order for you to become a real hustler, you need to also be mentored by a hustler themselves. But more than even that, before we even talk about mentorship, what Filipinos need to be taught at the very young age is paano mangarap na hindi limited. Na pag sinabi mo na, I want to be the next Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yung mga tao sa paligid mo shouldn't be, sira, kaya mo ba talaga yan?
Exactly. They're the one
Hindi mo
pulling
naman
you
kaya."
down.
Correct. The only reason why you'll believe your own Kool-Aid is if you're exposed to someone who's already done it before.
And that was the mantra or the manifesto of farm.
Yes.
We wanna share.
Taga-farm talaga ako, guys. Taga-OJT Connect talaga ako eh.
Nandun na siya eh. Nilagay ko siya sa loob ng OJT
Ayan.
Connect.
Thanks Ayan. Board meeting to. No, but that's basically it. I totally believe because this is my biggest frustration on Hustle Share. I've been doing this for 7 years. Vast majority of the people I've had on the show, not because it's not in their own merit, are AFAMs, Global Filipinos.
And AFAMs?
AFAMs, like a foreigner
Foreigner.
assigned in Manila. Ayan, that's what AFAM stands for. AFAMs, Global Pinoys, people from affluent backgrounds and whatnot. Not their fault, I don't have resentment to them. Matter of fact, I want to use the access to them.
Yeah, to do good. To
help change those mga laylayan motherfuckers like me to see what they're missing out.
Yeah.
But the timing is so important.
Yeah.
Kasi pag na-stuck na sila doon and they stop believing in their dream because their surroundings has already creeped in not just to their head but to their soul.
Yeah. Caged in. Yeah.
Wala na.
Yes.
So the perfect timing, I think nga, senior high. Senior high to college. Kasi yun, may idealism pa.
Yes.
Right? Yun yung kaya yung tinatarget ng mga NPA. Halika dito. Mag-aklas tayo. Okay? Because moldable pa. It's still malleable to do it. And they're very idealistic about their worldview. Right?
And the good thing that we were doing at the time was we're presenting possibilities.
Correct.
And it's not just one only in tech. We have agriculture.
Yeah.
We have earth. We have space. We have arts. So
What did you learn from the students? Kasi that's what I'm very... Tingin ko that's where the sarap comes in. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Meron akong moment na iyak kaming lahat nun sa nagtuturo because it was a culminating activity. Because that 8-week program, ang ending nun may project sila na ipipitch nila sa mga nag-back dun sa project namin.
Sa farm.
Yeah, sa farm. And then may isang kid, I don't want to name or anything, just sharing her struggles in life because tinutulungan niya yung mga kapatid niya in
that's
Baseco.
normal. That's what vast majority of Pinoys.
Parang sobrang short niya, petite and whatnot. So parang carry niya yung buong
Pasan niya yung
bahay
mundo.
nila. Oo.
Ayan.
And I see how yung ideas niya flourish. Like, ang idea niya is about biodegradable. It's like making mango peels. It's an renewable energy source.
What?
Yeah, because again, we have a scientist in our...
absolutely. Ang galing.
Those things, like, tas meron kaming someone who has a mango farm that we're pitching. I don't know if we have to connect them again, but busy pa si bata at that time eh. Parang meron pa siyang studies. But we're always in touch with all of these students. But when she was pitching that, we knew at the very beginning ano yung level ng idea niya sa life. Because she wants to be a teacher. That's what she wants. Because she wants to be able to teach her siblings how to read, how to write. So, iyak kami nung una pa lang. And nung nag-ending, gusto niya nang maging teacher but with the hint of technology and engineering.
So
Parang
that's
ibang
where
klase. Parang, yes, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
Nandun pa din yung calling niya, but nag-transform. Super Saiyan levels. Gano'n.
Galing. Titong-tito. Kids don't understand Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Lari kayo kay Majin Buu. No, but I want to understand. I totally agree. Casey, because ito naman, this is my thesis and this is what I'll probably need your help eventually. I want to pluck out kids, have the top tech companies not just sponsor the education of those kids. Kasi hindi pwedeng one and done lang yan. You literally need to remove them out of where they're from.
Yeah.
Make them contrarian. Kasi pag na-stuck sila doon, unfortunately, law of averages, yan. The 5 people you spend the most time with transforms
defines who you are.
Correct. So you have to get them out. But while they're being sponsored for education, they'll be molded by their mentors.
Yeah.
Na similar yung pinanggalingan nila. And then through time...
Ikaw ba yung co-founder ko?
Medyo. Di ba, Besh? Kumusta, Besh? Okay.
Kasi yun yung farm
No, but that's what I eventually want to do. And my inspiration with this was from my mom's work before. She used to work in Ayala Young Leaders.
Okay.
So yun, they pluck out the best, most promising student leaders nationwide. All the schools nominate their ship, pero they're trained to become managers.
Okay.
So corporate,
corporate.
peeps pa rin. No, nothing wrong with that. But I believe if we are able to create more entrepreneurs though,
inventors and whatever and whatnot.
entrepreneurs, why entrepreneurs? Because they provide jobs.
Yeah.
They will solve problems. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Right? Na hindi tayo empleyado lang. There's nothing wrong with being I wish I'm just an empleyado. Hindi ako nag-worry ng payroll. But
Same.
if you're able to create opportunities for others, entrepreneurs are the real heroes of our country. Because whether bumagyo yan, whatever, sakuna, nakawang kayo ng gobyerno, whatever, 15, 30th, sisweldo kayo.
Yeah.
And 99% of businesses in the Philippines are SMEs. Those are led by entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
if that's not heroics, if that's
What
not
else is
nation
it?
building, I don't know what is.
Yeah, it is.
And those entrepreneurs, they think of themselves last.
Yeah.
Hindi sila yung unang kakain.
This is exactly.
Yeah.
Like the family of those people underneath them is the
They
concern.
carry that weight.
Yeah. Ang haba, ang dami nun.
Diba? So that's what I feel like if we have an unlimited pipeline of entrepreneurs year in and year out, and the only condition we have from these kids is don't pay us back. Pay it forward to the next batch. Para it's a flywheel of then we can die
sustainable.
nicely. Ayan, there you go. Because this world is gonna get more fucked up and we need problem solvers to provide employment.
Sana at that time pwede tayo ilibing sa libingan ng mga bayani.
Okay na ako dyan sa may basta may may karaoke libingan. Okay na yan. So, but yeah, last question, Casey. So obviously, this became a sharing opportunity. We're so aligned. How did Farm eventually turn into OJT Connect?
Yeah. So Ro, my co-founder, so he was doing like a drive, like a laptop drive during pandemic because he noticed that the Filipinos do not have the right gadgets to support distance
TikTok?
learning or
TikTok?
No,
Hindi,
yung
akala
yung
ko.
pandemic walang sumakit yung brain ko. Sige. So at the time, going back, at the time, pandemic yun, wala atang mga gadgets yung students for online learning sa Philippines. So he did a drive in the US and then sent those devices to the Philippines. That's 2021. We first started that because that's also the start of Farm. And then all the way through 2024, we both knew we wanted to, everything is aligned for us. Like, we both knew we wanted to work together to start something. And then he started OJT Connect. Like he found that, I can also hire someone from the Philippines to work on an app or something like that he could, he's, I think, pitching to other companies. But na-realize niya, yung model na yon na mag-hire ka ng interns, tapos ang employer mo is North American company, works well because ginagawa naman natin yun sa outsourcing.
Yeah, correct.
But why can we do that in internship? So doon nag-spark sa kanya. That was his like, kind of like idea on OJT Connect.
Got it.
And para rin matanggal yung mismatch because yung na-hire niya ata before, parang yung role niya is, or yung mga cousins niya somewhere, ang role nila is computer science, biglang napunta sa insurance or something like that. So mismatch talaga. So you want to be able to provide. And then I came in through Farm. And then you already know what Farm is because
Co-founder side?
yeah,
Diba?
co-founder side. So, para ako, that's the same idea. What we want is to actually match the student on the careers that they want to pursue without the barriers of people telling them that they can't do it. So, both of that, nag-connive na lang kami.
Yeah.
Parang between us, mas marami tayong masasolve ng magkahiwalay tayo.
Correct.
So that was how OJT Connect was born, was 2024. And I was in my second master's and sabi ko, Rome, masyadong heavy yung load ko kasi intensive yung master's na ginawa ko. And then sabi niya, sige, I would wait. Okay. And then, waiting game. But when I said, like, when I joined, alam ko na yung platform na gusto ko na gawin. And it's through that OJT Connect na, sige, kuha tayo ng mga interns pa to grow the OJT Connect, the OJT Connect company. And then hanggang sa kung nasan kami ngayon, which is we create platform for HEIs na. Iba ng ball game naman yan. Hanggang sa marami na kaming plans in the future on how to expand.
Okay.
Ganon.
Got it. All right. Now let's take our last break. And when we come back, we will talk about OJT Connect and the nitty and gritty and how they're able to source out interns, the type of interns that they get, and obviously what's the business model and how is this gonna keep growing to help the whole Philippines to bridge and give opportunities. Yung mga intern ko, magre-resign na ito mamaya. Nairamdam mo. Okay, but let's talk about that more after the break. Okay guys, quick break to thank our sponsor PLDT Enterprise. We're all about growth here, and if you're serious about scaling your business, you need the right partner. PLDT Enterprise is committed to your success, offering fixed, wireless, and ICT solutions for businesses of every size. So if you're ready to transform, check out pldtenterprise.com. That's pldtenterprise.com to explore their digital solutions for your business today. You spend half your week confirming payments, checking your phone, cross-referencing bank transfers, updating spreadsheets. That's not a running business. That's doing the work of a payment system that doesn't exist yet. PayMongo is a financial operating system Filipino businesses run on. Cards, QRPH, over-the-counter, every payment lands in your dashboard the moment it clears. No more checking apps, no more chasing transfers. The reconciliation closes itself. And when you're ready, the same platform handles payouts, wallet, and capital. Stop being your own payment system. Start running on PayMongo. Sign up free at www.paymongo.com. And we're back from the break. We are still with Casey Adviento Lee. That told us the amazing journey of how Farm came through and everything connected, pun intended, with OJT Connect. But a couple of things that I want to know. Obviously, you this has to be sustainable. But how do you guys make ends meet? What is the business model that you see here in order to sustain? Kasi this has a lot of investments needed and hindi pwedeng puro out of pocket lang lagi.
Yun na nga eh. Well, it was out of pocket for a very long time because iniisip pa namin how we would want it to be profitable. And we found out that at the beginning of like 2025, we knew what we wanted. And at first, we were looking for funding for the government. And we know how tedious could that be? And how long could that be? And
wala kayo ng tulay sa Bulacan. Ganon.
Yung ganon. Talagang iisipin mo, di ba, magkano ba ang pondo ng gobyerno sa edukasyon ng Pilipinas? Marami, trilyon.
Yeah, pero
walang lumalabas talaga. Yeah. So parang at the time we want to be the conduit and the solution. Yeah. So we keep on like trying our best to form relationship with the government so we can execute for them as an institution na who's ready really to work for the solutions because we already have the solution. We only just need funding. And then we thought that, if waiting for the government could take time, we need another arm that's actually going to fund our team. Even just our team, not us.
How big is the team, if you don't mind me asking?
Idi, dami na siya.
Ang dami. Ayan.
Ilan na ba? 20.
Guesstimate
Siguro mga 26, 25,
okay.
20 ba?
And you're all over the world.
We're all over the world.
Grabe.
Yes.
Sinong puyat? Ikaw?
Ako. True enough. So that second arm is to actually just operate the Philippine structure or yung ginagawa naming relationship with the institution or HEI, what you call it, higher education institutions.
Yeah.
So, ang naisip ko, okay, then why not our product can be sold individually to universities, whether it be private or public. So this product is an internship management platform. So, at the time, nung panahon natin, wala pa tayong ganun. Kasi mga coordinator, bumibisita lang ata yun sa intern mo. Diba? This one is something that, it's a system na yung, for example, USC, they wanna be in this system. They wanna subscribe. They will tell us this number of students, ganyan. Tapos tier mode din siya. May starter, may plus, may pro. And then, they will give us a list of students na mag-i-intern and kami na bahala. Lalagay namin yung load nung employer nila, yung student nila, and the feedback will always be in that internship platform, even the hours, feedback from the employer. And then in the end, it will be a report that parang mapapakita nila sa CHED for reporting purposes. Because we really want to align with solving the talents of Philippines. Kasi parang kailangan maging aligned dun eh.
Ang dami. Sobrang dami. So, that's what I want to find out. Because I've been working with interns for what?
Yeah.
So, carbon date me, but I don't care, mga iho at iha. Okay. For past what, 16 years? Oh my God, it's been a long time. So, I've seen waves and waves and waves of them. But the vast majority of them, there's a big chasm kasi hilaw pa talaga, blank slate.
Yeah.
So what you typically look for an intern are not hard skills. Bonus if they have soft skills. But what we really look for are interns that have high agency. Agency meaning, okay, I'm gonna define high agency for those people sa chat GPT pa dyan o nag-search. For those people who are listening, you don't have to look it up. So high agency are people that have the obviously the initiative
To do something else.
and bias for action. Na hindi lang, ano pong gagawin po? Diba? So, dude, just fucking figure it out. You're an intern, you're here to contribute.
Yeah.
Right? Hindi yung tatanungin mo pa ano yung papagawa. Or if it's unclear, just make yourself useful. Right? Second, very, very big bonus. People, and this is not just applies to interns, people that have the ability to learn on their own.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the whole country has been taught to be spoon-feed by by teachers. So paglabas niyan, whenever they go to a company, they're used to somebody feeding them shit. When in reality, if you're gonna work for a startup or a company, you
have to figure it out. Yeah.
Figure it out. GMG, diba?
Google mo girl.
Diba? Or chat GPT mo girl. Because you need to learn how to be able to fix those goals and contribute to take action. And third, be consistent.
Yeah.
Right? Na you have to be a dependable, consistent that day in, day out. I don't care what it would take.
Yeah.
May internet ka ba? Wala. Gawan mo ng paraan.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I typically look for. Now, unfortunately, that's a dime a dozen. So that's what I want to know. Because considering na ang dami ang intern, but majority naman is they vary in agency.
Yeah, they want to feed. Yeah.
How do you make sure that those people that eventually spend time with them doesn't feel like, what the hell did I just get? Sakit na ulo na naman to. Right? Or those people who are really meant to contribute on day one.
Okay, so kasi daming arm ng OJT Connect as a system. Yung una pa lang yung internship management platform, that's nothing that we can control of kasi that's university paying for their seat para i-manage yung internship journey nila.
Yeah.
But we do have an arm, what you just mentioning is para siyang LinkedIn jobs or jobs whatever. So what we do right now, we're testing something. It's called we're white glove, it's a white glove service, right? So we're the ones who's interviewing them first before.
That's a lot of work.
That's a
Good luck. Kaya ka laging puyat, Casey.
But that's another arm, and that's not the internship management platform. So that's another product.
Got it.
Yan. Pero ang hirap nun kasi susuyurin mo yung interview with the student.
May mga bata rin ang galing sa interview pagdating.
Pagdating gano'n. Yeah. So,
and not just this bata, kahit matatanda.
Yes.
Ang galing sa interview pagdating dito. What the fuck did I just get? Where's the guy that I just interviewed?
It's by luck talaga.
Okay. So no, it's hard. And that's what we want to make sure na that siguro down the road when I try to help, di ba, co-founders tayo. When I start doing my art type of the stuff is that I really want to make it salang-sala. Because the last thing you want to do is to give an intern or
Who does not
to a
do the
startup
lift. Yeah.
na imbis na makatulong,
Parang
naging
heavy
sakit pa ng
burden
ulo.
pa. Yeah.
Diba? So, dapat talagang
Yeah.
filtering.
Yeah.
Yung susuyurin natin.
Yun,
Pinag-post nito sa TikTok. Okay? Kung nagtutwerk to, bakit? Okay.
Bakit ganyan ang mga
Ba't ka
post mo?
nagtutwerk? Okay, ba't may oras ka mag-twerk? Okay?
Tapos sa ano mo pa, sa set mo pa,
Diba?
sa likod.
What the fuck? Right, no, just kidding. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
twerking, but if you're able to hustle with twerking per se, you know what I mean? This shows the priority. But those are the things I want to read out. And that's why I admire you for doing what you do. Kasi hindi ito madali. But I want to understand. This is not easy. How close were you from and how often does this happen? And every founder goes through this.
Yeah.
Where you're just going like, what the fuck am I doing? Is this still even worth it? And how do you gaslight yourself to keep going? Because it really has to be gaslit. You have to gaslight yourself. Okay.
Ang hirap. Oh my God. Even just managing your time, but also imagine we're developing a product while operating. So that's like another ball game. But I guess it's really the trust on people. We're very lucky on the internship that we got from Cagayan de Oro, right? CDO, and a lot of I think Quezon provinces. Because ang focus talaga ng internship namin remote. And to give opportunities to the remote people which is underserved communities. Kasi wala talagang, ang dami sa Metro Manila, I know, but marami rin outside na nandun yung passion nila. And we were so lucky to get these interns that help because nakikita mo yung product nila, ang galing. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't have a word for it, but hands down to my team, really hands down to them, the interns, because they're providing full-time employee level of work. So I think I was blessed, or we were blessed to have those kind of interns. So it's hard to manage just the job and the timelines. Wala pa ako dun sa sa time na bakit ganyan yung product na binibigay mo sa akin. Wala pang ganong nangyari at the time. But in some cases ngayon na yung other arm, we're kind of starting like white glove service. Yun yung iniisip namin, paano tayo mag-scale? Ilan lang yung tao natin? Nadamihan ba natin? Or yung babalance mo kung saan ka i-invest ng more money or more time or really do a fundraising or something like that or accelerator.
Okay. Now, there's some magic in Hustle Share.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot count anymore how many people have guested on Hustle Share that has been able to raise funding, get a key customer, get a co-founder. Basta, nanonood sila. I don't know who you, sino mga nanonood dyan, but something magical happens when you give it to the universe. For those people who are listening to now, what do you need specifically for OJT Connect now to really take it to the next level? And maybe there's someone out there that are willing to take, aside from me, di ba, ako founder. Wait lang, busy lang guys, nambubudol pa. Okay, but aside from me, that would probably help you guys out, take it to the next level if they're listening now and are ready to contribute to you guys now.
It's really the employers that if you need more talents, like in your company, that is the help.
I see you.
Diba? It's really, I think it is a parang ex-deal na nga yun eh. But in terms of hindi ko pa naiisip yung funding, dami rin nagsasabi sa akin, mag-accelerator ka na.
Yeah.
But
mayaman pa naman si Casey. Kaya pa niya.
Kaya pa siguro ng maghingalo konti. Pag hindi na, tawagan ka Ron, hindi ko na kaya.
Ako rin, hindi ko kaya.
Hindi ko na kaya. Isa pa ulit.
Inom tayo sa Tapsi. Okay.
Ganon. Uy, banda ko doon. Ay.
Band ka ba? Don't worry, wala na Tapsi. Okay. Nagsarado na matagal.
Nagsarado na. Best friend ko kasi nanuntok doon. Anyway, so So anyway, so you guys, parang right now, I think it's really, if you want talent, you need talents in your companies.
Yeah.
We anywhere else in the world, and you want Filipino talents.
Yeah.
And to give to the community because, Filipino Americans, Filipino Canadians, anywhere else, if you want to help the motherland, ito yun. Ito din yun. Ito yung bridge that we're trying to build for you. Ganon.
Yeah, no, for sure. And of course, if you're gonna come in and flooding in with talent, ang daming startup founders right now who always need a warm body who's ready to contribute. Bala na kayo sa agency level. Kung anong trip nyo dyan, that's on you and your HR process.
Yes.
Okay, but that's amazing. But before I let you go, Casey, last question. So obviously, hindsight being 2020, if I lent you the keys to the time machine again, and you have that ability to talk to the girl who just about to graduate now, who's about to go to Toronto. All right. Because there's so much uncertainty I can just imagine during that time, right? What would be your advice to yourself? Knowing what you know now and hindsight being 2020 of how much this adventure would take you and where you're going to end up. What would you tell your former self on how to approach the challenges ahead?
Ginagawa ko to every night.
Ayan. Sanay pala siya. Parinig kami.
So, what I would want to share to my younger self who's starting 2011, 2012, like, fail hard, fail hard, fail hard. Do not be afraid just who you are right now. She's not afraid. That girl, she's braver than this girl right now.
Sure.
Mas brave yun. Mas magiging friend mo yun kesa ito. Kasi ito parang tame version na to.
Buffered na to. Okay.
Fail hard and it's okay that you don't get anything that you always wanted at the time you want it because you will get it in the right time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for such an amazing episode. You can now sleep in a bit. Thank you, Casey. I know you're running on empty, but I hope I kept you alive for just a few moments. But before I let you go, follow us on whatever podcast app you're listening to, which is Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And if we did say some jargon or whatever shit that we just talked about, it's going to be on the show notes on hustleshare.com. And also, if you want to support HustleShare and doing content like this shit ain't cheap. If you can see. Mga nakasanglayan lahat. Okay, just kidding. No, but this requires resources. So big shout out to PayMongo and One CFO for sponsoring the content. But if you also want to join them, the doors are still open. And dami pang box dyan. Oh, yan. Pwede kong lagyan dito, technically, on my ears. Or hawakan ko siyang ganyan. Just kidding. But again, if you want to support the HustleShare podcast, please do visit us at premium.hustleshare.com. Again, thank you, Casey. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys in the next
Thank you so
episode.
much.